for this segment of the show, of course, we've got a very exciting guest with us. Now, I'm going to give a bit of a background, but you might know him already if you're watching Channel Us all the time. But if you don't and you're watching the show specifically for me, it is Jakir Chowdhury. Now, he is the CEO of JC and Hunter Capital, and he's a global business leader with over 35 years of experience. Of course, that's across finance, aviation, and international development. Now, that's a lot of work, right? Now, he sits on the executive board of the Global Chamber of Business Leaders, and he leads the Tafida Raqeeb Foundation. And that's a lot, if you think about it, like a lot of work. And we just want to know why he does so much and how he does so much. So let's go welcome the second guest on the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Likewise. We're so happy you're here because I'm sure you have so much to do, so much you're juggling at the time. So tell me, in a few words, what it is that you do.
Right. My background, I'm a financial consultant. Originally, I started from catering industry. That was my very, very, very backbone. I'm talking about 35 years ago.
Yes.
And came to the finance industry about 26 years now. And with the Tafida Raqeeb Foundation, a charity, we started in 2021 based on the Tafida story, beginning from 2019.
19, yes. Now, just before we talk about the foundation, because I know there's a lot to cover with the foundation, given, alhamdulillah, the work that you all cover from even Channel S as well as yourself. You work across so many sectors. It's not just finance, it's aviation, it's international development. What was the moment or influence in your early life that pushed you towards that path? Why did you want to do finance at the time?
I mean, when I was young, I always want to try something different,
right,
creative,
yes,
and so on. And this is one of the things that really pushed me to come into something very different than what I was originally in.
Mm-hmm. So what were you originally in?
I was in the catering industry, and restaurants,
wow,
and so on. That was our family entity.
Of course,
business.
Yeah.
And good thing is, obviously, we all agree somewhere, somehow, we're all connected with this industry.
Yes, somehow or the other. Yes, of course.
Absolutely. So with a very due respect, I learned so much from the industry. And from the industry, obviously, I lead into the finance, and from the finance into aviations and so on. I mean, it did open my huge avenue in the doors from the
I definitely appreciate the fact that you're touching upon a topic like this, because we talk about the catering industry, but we don't actually realize how much experience you bring along with it, and how much it teaches you, and how much avenues it opens as well. So that's amazing. I
mean, I always say to young generation is, look, you can be a book smart, but real life, real experience, you have to gain from general knowledge.
Yes.
And general knowledge for myself, I think that industry really gave me a very huge general knowledge and so on, which is helping me right now.
No, of course, because I think it's that experience that leads to another experience and then another experience, and each experience keeps teaching you something different.
Indeed.
Now, but what was it actually at the time that you decided, okay, I'm going to leave the catering industry and go into finance? Was there a moment like that?
I mean, I had a quite good number of friends. They're English friends, and they was working in various different industries and so on.
Right.
And obviously, I thought, okay, let me put their shoes in my feet. Let's see how it looks.
Yeah.
You see, that was my beginning. Then I became a qualified financial advisor, mortgage advisor, and so on. And I thought, and I liked it. I liked those 9 to 5 environment and so on. And obviously, I always say the sky is the limit for everything. Yeah. So why should we stop somewhere where beginning? It should be move on,
of course,
and try something different and see. And also, whatever you enjoy. And I'm not saying I did not enjoy that the original catering industry.
Yep.
I did enjoy a lot, but also I really enjoyed that financial industry as well.
No, of course. And now, what part of your experience, your early experience, do you keep with you today? Like, something from back in the days, like, what, I'm never going to forget that.
Oh,
I'm sure there's so many experiences.
So many experiences, obviously. And I'm talking about 35 years ago. There was some role model. I thought, what, one day I'm going to follow them. I'm going to be one of them.
Of course.
And you know what? It's after so many years, he became one of my very good friends now.
Yeah.
So it's really, it defines if you aim for something, if you have dream for something, it's a matter of time it will fulfill if you're focusing there.
Now, then what was your dream? Because dreams change all the time, don't they?
Does, yeah.
So at the time, what was your dream? And would you say now that you've achieved that dream?
I mean, I always want to be a good human being.
Of course, that's always the most
That was my
important.
ultimate goal. I mean, once you are a good human being, you have a more responsibility, okay, and you have so much things to share with others. To myself, I mean, I always was involved with the charities. I'm talking about the very early age and so on, and it really gave me a peace. And
social work does help you.
It does, yes. It's a responsibility. I mean, it's a social responsibility for all of us. And I really enjoyed that. And I thought, one day I'll do my best. It's through any channel, but helping people, helping anything is give a pitch.
Of course. And talking about you helping people, because obviously the foundation, I think you went to Bangladesh recently as well for the work of the, the Tafida Raqeeb Foundation. And of course, you've now come back and the project's been ongoing since, is it 2024?
Yeah, we started 2024, and that was one of the biggest mega medical camp in Asia. So we took about 56 doctors from UK, Europe, and USA.
Yeah.
And we served about 6,500 patients last year.
Wow.
In 7 days.
Right.
And we followed that. I mean, even the Bangladesh government invited us to go and help those July students who was suffered by that gunshot and so on.
Of course.
So we sent a group of doctors from USA on February this year. And then following that, we took another camp on September, about a couple of months ago.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the foundation work is so important now as well. We talk about all the time on Channel S, and obviously the work that you all are doing is fantastic. And I know recently as well they mentioned it in the House of Commons, is that right?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it's a Tafida Raqeeb Foundation. Is obviously, I believe it's most of you audience they know about Tafida.
Yeah, well, let's update them with the video, because I know that's come recently, hasn't it? So let's watch the video and come back.
For children with long-term neurological conditions, timely access to specialist rehabilitation can significantly improve outcomes in independence and quality of life. Reducing the overall burden on families, emotionally, practically and financially should remain a guiding principle, strengthening the pathways for second opinions, mediation, ethics involvement, transfer options and rehabilitation would all help support families during their most vulnerable moments. Madam Deputy Speaker, I would also want to recognise the work of the Tafida Raqeeb Foundation and similar organisations whose experience with families in their most difficult circumstances offers valuable insight. Their contributions can help inform the foundations of a more supportive framework, one that ensures parental involvement, early resolution of disputes, safe transfer options and improved rehabilitation, all centred on the welfare of the child, much as my honourable friend has already suggested in terms of involving families. And finally, I'd like to pay tribute to the extraordinary resilience of these families, the parents who become carers overnight, the siblings who grow up with remarkable empathy, and above all the children themselves who show the courage that humbles all of us. Their strength inspires us, but it also reminds us that our systems must match the resilience with compassion, clarity and consistency. We do not require, Madam Deputy Speaker, radical restructuring to make progress. What is needed is better coordination, commitment and recognition that caring for children with serious neurological conditions is a whole family, whole system challenge. In honour of those children who've lost, in support of those still fighting, and in solidarity with every family navigating these profound challenges, I believe we can continue to do better.
What an inspiring video that was, I mean, touching upon the work.
Yeah. I mean, look, he is really going well at the moment, and because of the Tafida's story, it's very touchy. I mean, Bangladeshi community and other community, cross communities, they support her. And her mother, Shalina Begum, who is the president of the organization. I mean, she is got leadership on her, and because of her expertise, because of her dedication, that matter became a landmark history. History, of course. She's the only one baby or child who was allowed to taken out from UK to Italy. Yeah. And she's doing, alhamdulillah, she's doing very good. She's developing as well. I mean, based on that, the organization, the Tafida Raqeeb Foundation, is not about the Tafida anymore. is for other children.
Other children.
Other
No.
children,
It's just a name at the moment, but it's a global name that
Yeah.
brings the children into the foundation,
That's right.
making sure that there's the right help for those
Absolutely.
children specifically.
And obviously, what we're doing is not only about the Bangladesh,
Yes.
what we're doing the medical camp and all that. We are doing so much work in the UK to support those families, and especially the children who injured, the brain injuries and so on.
Yeah.
And we have an ultimate goal to open a revalidation center in or about 50 beds facilities in the UK.
Amazing. Inshallah.
Inshallah, those are the mission we have at the moment. And obviously, to run a charity, you need a support.
It's not easy. Of course, it's not easy. Yeah.
As Thomas Fuller say, charity start from home.
Yes.
But it must not end at home. It should be spread
out.
That's why, and everyone should be coming in to help this. So far, alhamdulillah, the response we're getting from our community and beyond the community is absolutely brilliant. And that's the example is obviously the MPs, Baroness, Lords, they're talking about
and the fact that you're getting
foundation.
them to talk about something like this means that it's going in the right way, in the right steps.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Now, in terms of looking back at your experience, obviously whether it be social work or whether it be, just charity work generally, what is it that it teaches you about purpose? What is the purpose of life really for you?
I mean, for us.
I mean, of course, we want to be good human beings, but
No,
just
of
for
course.
you generally.
Yeah, no, I think, we say, when you're talking about these particular kids, I mean, they're the voiceless.
Yeah.
And it's our responsibility to give the voice for them. So our slogan is we are the voice for the voiceless people. And you see, it is become our duty. And if you have a qualification, we should pass on. If you have a knowledge, you should pass on. If you have the ability, you should pass on. So especially the kids, they
Yes.
need our support. They need our voice. So, and if we knowingly, if we deny this, then it's our lacking. That's why I say it.
No, I definitely agree. I think, again, this type of work is important, and it's for us to give back to the community. And inshallah, more of us will take part every year, of course.
Inshallah.
And it's for you guys to call us whenever you need us.
Definitely.
So, inshallah. Now, the last question for you is, of course, you've done so much in business, charity, and development. Now, what do you feel you're still striving for? Is there a bigger vision that motivates you within that?
Well, it does. I mean, while we talk to each other within our team members,
Yes.
especially I'm talking about the foundation right now, charity, the first thing, what we believe, we need to motivate each other. I mean, this is something I do in my home as well. I got 3 children, alhamdulillah. And when I talk to them, I always try to motivate them. And this is, I even tell them, look, even if you don't have anyone else to motivate you, motivate yourself. Okay. And the minute you're not going to be motivating or going to be demotivated, that's it, you lost the game.
Yeah.
So in the team, we got alhamdulillah, very strong team under leadership of Shalina. We do a lot of work, lots of brainstorming and so on.
Of course.
And it's really taking us to the right direction. Alhamdulillah, it's mainstream direction and beyond. And I'm sure that will lead us a path
Inshallah.
where we are not talking about 1,000 Tafida, we're talking about the 1,000,000 Tafida we can reach one day, inshallah.
Inshallah. And if there's a message that you want to give to the audience, whether it be them looking into, the work in finance, or whether it be, for instance, them doing social work, what would you advise them? Or rather, what would you advise your younger self? Because we always advise our younger selves, don't we? We're always too hard on ourselves.
Absolutely. I mean, I always say to young people, get involved with the charity. Get involved with the local charity. Do some volunteer work. It will give you so much experience. And the satisfaction as well.
Of course.
And any charity work make people humble whatsoever they do. I mean, it is one of the path where if anyone going into the wrong direction, and
that's the one that would bring them back.
Absolutely, bring it back. That's
Definitely.
the easiest way to bring it back.
Of course. Well, I'll remember that. Thank you so much for being on the show today. And inshallah, I will obviously stay in touch and keep seeing the amazing work that you guys do.